Well, good morning, and welcome to the 28th Annual White Coat Ceremony at the University of Illinois College of Medicine. I'm Dr. Raymond Kirk, and I have the honor of serving the college as Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs. Now, we spent this week welcoming the entering class of 2022 to the College of Medicine and to the profession of medicine. They met their first patients, first faculty advisors and mentors, the dedicated and talented staff who serve our students, and most importantly, begin to know one another. We conclude the week with this ceremony, a ritual that has become a treasure and at many medical schools around the country, and certainly this year. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize members of our platform party. Our keynote speaker is Dr. Stephen Sims, the Francis Lederer Professor of Otolaryngology, head and neck surgery, and leader of the college's curriculum focus on anti-racism. The Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Heather Heim. The Associate Dean for Admissions, Dr. Trevon Thompson. Yeah, those are special thanks. Senior Associate Dean for Students, Dr. Kathy Kashima. The Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Mark Joseph. And several prominent members of the faculty here at the Chicago campus who will be bestowing the white coats for our students. Assistant Dean for the Phase 1 curriculum, Dr. Amy Lynn. Assistant Dean of Advising Career Planning, Dr. Amanda Osa. And the Student's Physician House Advisor, Dr. Bernice Mann. Dr. Winkle. Dr. Felicia Scott Wellington. Were they coached? Dr. Charlie Mburaboon. Dr. Lelai Rothschild. Dr. Kelsey Vance. Dr. Nicole Thompson. And Dr. Michael Charles. And last but not least, I'd also like to recognize and welcome all of the family and friends of our students, as well as those of you who are joining us via live stream. We very much thank you. Yes. We're being here to honor these dedicated students, and we are thrilled to be here today in a manner that we haven't been able to be for a while. I think we're now calling it the White Coat, White Mask ceremony. In fact, yeah. The White Coat ceremony is sponsored by the Gold Humanism Honor Society, or GHHS. GHS members are fourth-year students who have shown themselves to be exemplars of humanistic patient care. The fourth-year students given this honor are selected by a committee based upon their educational scholarship, their excellence in humanistic clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service, as well as, by definition, they're all scholars. The pin provided to you today is the Arnold P. Gold Foundation's Humanism in Medicine pin. You can wear this on your coat as a symbol of aspiration to demonstrate these qualities yourselves on a day-to-day basis. I would now like to get the agenda moving along with the introduction of the Executive Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Mark Rosenblatt. Dr. Rosenblatt has served as Executive Dean since 2019. Prior to becoming Dean, he was the Illinois Lions Charles I. Young Chair, Professor, and Head of the Department of Ophthalmology and Visual Science. Dr. Rosenblatt is an internationally recognized clinician scientist. As Director of Corneal Regenerative Medicine Laboratory, he leads groups of scientists investigating the mechanism of corneal peripheral nerve regeneration following injury and the use of nano-engineered biomaterials for use in stem cell delivery to the ocular surface. This work in regenerative medicine has been funded by the National Institutes of Health, the Department of Defense, and other national organizations. He's published widely, including over 150 original manuscripts, review articles, book chapters, and abstracts. Dr. Rosenblatt as a graduate of the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine's honors program and the combined MD-PhD program there. He completed his ophthalmology residency and combined clinical and research fellowship in corneal disease at Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary of Harvard Medical School, and previously served as the vice chair of ophthalmology at Cornell before the University of Illinois. So we'll welcome to the podium Dr. Mark Rosenblatt.
Well, I get to take off the mask. You can see how my big smile. I'm sure all of you are carrying remarkable smiles and masks. It's a wonderful day to be able to come here together. One of really the highlights of my year, being at these celebrations. And it's really my pleasure to welcome you all here, family members, friends, loved ones, and especially the University of Illinois College of Medicine entering class 2022. So another hand for this group. You are entering one of the nation's largest and most diverse medical colleges. We take pride in providing an excellent medical education in an innovative, active learning environment. Medical school undoubtedly present you with some of your greatest challenges in life so far, and also many of your greatest triumphs. There will be times of laughter, times when you shed tears, times when you feel joy, times when you feel sorrow, and sometimes all in the very same day. You'll experience many of these emotions with those in attendance here, your new peers, and also with patients and their families. Each day will bring something new. But today, we're here to share in one of the symbolic entries into the world of medicine and our profession, the white coat ceremony. Allow me to tell you a little bit about this coat and its myriad uses. It will be used to protect your clothes, of course. Maybe it can be used as a backpack. I know I've loaded up my pockets quite a times. Or as an umbrella in a torrential downpour. And quite possibly, during those long hours in the hospital or studying, you may use it as a sleeping bag. Some weeks, in fact, it will hardly even be white at all. But it will accompany you from this day forward. The white coat garners respect from patients and their families, so it's important to justify their respect and earn their trust. Remember, in some ways, this isn't just your coat. This coat has been handed down to you. The white coat that even today has been funded by donations from the College of Medicine alumni. This is a tangible expression of our alumni community's enthusiasm about your first steps towards becoming a physician and furthering their work in generations to come. We and they celebrate your entry into a profession in which are so very clearly needed for patient care, research, teaching, and public health. The COVID pandemic has proven time and time again how much difference physicians can make in the lives of individual patients and populations across the world. In the years to come, we hope that you will have the pleasure to welcome incoming medical students by providing white coats to them as well, white coats of their own. So once again, congratulations on your acceptance to this noble and wonderful profession, and welcome to the University of Illinois College of Medicine. Now I would like to take some time to introduce Dr. Stephen Sims, this year's keynote speaker. Each year, a prominent member of the College of Medicine faculty, one who embodies the tenets of professionalism and human that we celebrate here today, delivers a keynote address. This year, Dr. Stephen Sims has been selected for this honor, and indeed are honored to have him here. Dr. Sims attended Yale College, Yale University School of Medicine, and completed his residency at Yale New Haven Hospital. After a research fellowship at the NIH in neurolaryngology and voice disorders, he completed a clinical fellowship in laryngology and care of the professional voice at Vanderbilt Voice Center. He is currently the Francis L. Lederer Professor of Otolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery at the University of Illinois Eye and Ear Infirmary. He was appointed during the Obama administration to the Advisory Board for the National Institute on Deafness and Communication Disorders. His areas of expertise include neurolaryngology, gender confirmation, voice procedures, laryngeal robotic surgery, and performance arts medicine. Indeed, Dr. is a world-renowned specialist in this area. People come from all over the world to receive care from Dr. Sims. In addition to his excellence as a clinician, He is a remarkably generous and dedicated faculty member. In a constellation of stars, here in the College of Medicine, Dr. Sims shines very, very brightly. So please, Dr. Sims, thank you for addressing us today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Let me take my mask off, and let me just take a little privilege to say, enjoy and savor and reflect for just a little bit on this moment. Life can go by very, very quickly. I look back on when I was in your position, and that's now a few decades ago. And things happen. And as I listen to people talk about my bio, sometimes I'm like, wow, is that me? Did I do that? Because I'll share with you, I grew up in West Virginia in a very small town, and there were dreams that I had that people told me were too big. And so I want you all to just take a moment to realize that your dreams are probably not big enough, and to be proud of yourselves and what you have accomplished, and family, be proud of these products that you have before you, because this is a great day. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit, not a whole, about diversity, equity, and inclusion, because as Dean Rosenblatt mentioned, I'm over the anti-racism committee, the curriculum, and our tutor program. And I think that the way in which we engage one another, which is actually essential to practicing medicine, is important. So I want to take a little time just to share some thoughts with you and give you a little reflection. So here this time, my wife and I were planning our trip to Alaska. Why would you go to Alaska? People ask. Because it is actually beautiful. We had a wonderful time there, and I highly recommend going. But one of the things we thought about and reflected on was going to see the highest peak on this continent. And both thought, you know, when we were little, they told us that this was Mount McKinley. That's what it was called. And now I'm hearing this Denali thing. And I thought, well, okay, if this mountain had a name and people called it Denali, why did we change it? And why was I part of this program that said it's Mount McKinley? Because I said so. And that really got me to thinking about history. And how lots of times we are given a narrative. That narrative is actually popularized. But if you look at the facts of the history, there's so much more to the story. And in that space, I began to think about this city. And I thought, you know, it wasn't all Chicago. There were people who lived here before who called it Choka or Chicago. There are indigenous people on this land who had built a society, and someone came and said, well, we'll rename it, and this is what we'll call it. Interestingly, didn't have enormous imagination to even change it that much. They just sort of took what was there and said, oh, we'll make it our own and keep it moving. And that, of course, made me reflect and think about this vocation that I have been in for now 30 years, maybe. And I love it. I am pleased to be a part of it and very proud. But there are portions of the history of medicine that have excluded some of the facts that actually happened. And so I think about the fact that the practice of medicine at its core, in its origin, about one human being taking the time and making the choice to care for another human being. And when you really think about it that way, prehistoric humans got that piece. There's evidence of this, that if you were out as hunting and gathering and you fell down or you broke something, you had one of two choices. One of two things happened. Either they left you there and you probably died, or someone said, I'll get you back to the cave, we'll feed you until you get better, we'll gather for you until you get better, and we'll help you heal. And these ideas that we've now monetized, really have long-standing roots. So there's a very long history. And I say that because the popular narrative now is that Hippocrates is the father of medicine. And let me be as clear as I can possibly be. I don't take anything away from him. I do believe that he made significant contributions to what we understand. I do believe that Galen also made significant contributions to what we understand. But the other thing that I believe and know is that both of them trained in medicine in Kemet, which was later named Egypt. And so we have to acknowledge that there was a practice in Africa, because quiet as it's kept, Egypt is in Africa, that allowed people to be trained as physicians before Hippocrates was born. And there are other narratives and other stories that include ancient Babylon, that include India, that include Asia. There are a myriad of stories that talk about how people learn to heal other human beings and care for other human beings. And I will state again, I am taking nothing away from the Hippocratic tradition. I do believe that it is venerable and noble and to be respected. But we have to invite in the other pieces of history that actually happened. So I want to approach diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, with a high, HI, honesty and integrity. When you do that, you understand that scientific inquiry and exploration are neither unique to or limited by European continental borders. They are not the single province of Greco-Roman society. In my clarity, I understand that as you don these white coats, you're entering a tradition that includes a great number of people. And I hope that everyone realizes this history includes you. And so it's not defined by a single gender or sexual orientation or religious tradition, race, language, or ethnicity. When I graduated from medical school in the 1990s, there was this really pervasive notion that I should just be grateful that someone let me practice medicine, that someone let me go to school. And I carried that for a long time and thought, wow, I guess I really should be grateful. And it took me a minute, which is why I'm telling you this today, to understand that I brought value just by my experience, my knowledge, and my ability to communicate with patients. There are things that I know that everyone knows. And so I want each of you to embrace the unique individual that you are and the talents and gifts that you have that you can share with others and that you innately bring to the practice of medicine. You make it better because you're here. It's an enormous privilege and a daunting, at times, responsibility to take care of people. I hope that you will continue to develop the skills and abilities that can bring some relief of suffering to your fellow human beings. Again, that is a marvelous and wonderful thing to do. And today, this morning, I welcome you to this family. But I do want you to understand all of the aunts and uncles and cousins and how they look that are part of this very large family. I want you to see everyone and see yourself in this. And so the message that I want to resonate most clearly with all of you is that medicine belongs to all of us, and all of us belong to medicine. Our shared humanity and our mutual respect for one another is actually critical for us to be able to serve both our patients and each other and the people whom we work. So I want you to rethink and reimagine diversity, equity, and inclusion and embrace it. I want you to realize that reclaiming history is not rewriting history. These are events that actually happen that we are just now choosing to recognize. I do mean it. So, say hi, honesty, integrity, to diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. And if you see me in the hallway, say hi to me. I love love. I will respond. And I want you to look at the locks. Don't get get confused by them. I still wear a white coat. So thank you all for giving me this brief time to share this moment, because it truly is a moment with you. I wish you all the best and wonderful, successful careers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sims. I say those are perhaps some of the most profound and useful comments I've heard in a talk like this. I might also add to what neither Dr. Rosenblatt or Dr. Sims said. In the spirit of encouraging you to bring your whole self to the profession, to bring you, you might imagine, you might have read between the lines when you heard of his work in the Voice Institute, whatever it's called, and so on, that he kind of likes music. Dr. Sims is an accomplished bassoonist. If you look back a few years at the Chicago Magazine, Best Doctors issue, they always have photos of a few people standing there with this bassoon. You can see that. Bassoonist, pianist, trombonist, vocalist, and a gospel director. And still does all those things. So, great doctor, and also be yourself. So now we move on to the white coat itself, and you. That you received this white coat today represents a public acknowledgement in the presence of family, friends, and faculty that you recognize your obligations to the profession, especially as you transition to full-time work through your course of medical school, but starting now. For those in the audience not familiar with the Chicago campus's approach to mentoring and advising, each of our medical students is assigned to one of 8 College of Medicine communities, which we affectionately call capital C, capital M, unities for short, upon entry to medical school. And each of the students will receive their white coat alongside others of their community by their physician house advisor or one of our other clinical faculty. Our communities are named for notable faculty and alumni in the 1890s to 1980s. As part of our institutional commitment to diversity and inclusion, you will note that even among those earliest alumni of this college, there were both women and people of color. We have pioneers in surgery, in women's health, in pharmacogenetics, in epidemiology and public health, including one of the most influential individuals to serve as U.S. Surgeon General. We also recognize one whose potential was never fully realized, a stellar young physician scientist, teacher, and mentor of medical students whose career was cut short by HIV/AIDS in the early 1990s. So, to introduce the communities and our new students, I invite Heather Hyman, the Associate Dean for Medical Education, to come to the podium and announce the names of our students as they cross the stage to receive their white coat.
Thank you, Dean Curry. Students, once you are on the stage, you may remove your mask for the white coat photograph if you would like to. Family and friends, please feel free to cheer and celebrate as your student receives their white coat. When you exit the stage, we ask that you sign the Professionalism in Medicine book containing a copy of the oath that you'll recite with us at the end of the ceremony. By signing this book, you are agreeing to those standards of responsibility and trust. So I'd now like to invite Dean Kashima and Dean Yaro to the stage to be able to shake hands with the members of the communities. Dr. Bernice Mann is a faculty physician in internal medicine and the physician house advisor for the Jose Choka House. She will be bestowing the white coat on the students in the Choka House along with Dean Lynn. Dr. Jose Ignacio Choka was born in 1959 in Havana, Cuba. After earning his bachelor's degree at Johns Hopkins University, Choka received his MD PhD from the University of Illinois College of Medicine. He took great pride in his work to help minority medical students continue in school. His passion for research on sensory pathways and award-winning teaching continued despite learning that he was HIV positive in 1991. He died of complications of AIDS in 1994 at the age of 35. So Dean Lynn and Dean Mann, if you come to center stage, I will now read the names of the students in the Choka House. So again, free to applaud joyfully for your doctor-to-be. Notalahi Adaya. Shreya Belor. Joseph Bianco. Michael Brown. Mackenzie Cook. Anthony Delgado. Christopher Freeman. Shuang Go. Sebastian Gulka. Sydney Hughes. Luquo Lee. Camila Marquez. Teresa Lena Neves. Lucas Nient. Annette Okafor. Rebecca Paskevich. Andrea Pinto. Alyssa Poentis. Michelle Praveen. Olivia Pritchard. Matthew Simonson. Ricardo Suarez. Kathleen Whittington. Thank you. Dr. Leah Finkel is a faculty physician in pediatric emergency medicine and the physician house advisor for the Rivers Frederick House. She will be bestowing the white coat on the students in the Frederick House along with Dean Osta. In 1897, Dr. Rivers Frederick became the first African American to graduate from the Chicago College of Physicians and Surgeons, known today as UI College of Medicine, with a medical degree. In 1899, Frederick returned to Louisiana because he wanted to return to his place of birth and assist those in great need. Frederick joined the fewer than 50 Black physicians in Louisiana who cared for the state's Black population of 500,000. He played an instrumental role in the formation of the local NAACP branch and remained a life member. In 1934, Frederick became the first vice president of the National Medical Association. I will now read the names of the students in the Frederick House. Yvonne Bogdanoff. Saneha Borisuth. Cornell Wim Brooks. Lillian Eckstein. Diane Ihezi Edwards. Nikith Irukula. Andrew Gould. Kia Holt. Alisa Horwitz. Shaylin Kaiser. Cadence Lee. Wenzi Liu. Duncan McIntyre. Isabella Perez Pecchio. Amar Shah. Noel Torres. Annalise Wada. Sean Watts. Dr. Felicia Scott Wellington is an adolescent medicine physician and is the physician house advisor for the Isabella Garnett House. She will be bestowing the white coat on students in the Garnett House with Dean Lynn. On August 22nd, 1872, Isabella Garnett was born into the earliest African-American family to arrive to the Evanston, Illinois area. She worked as a school nurse for 2 years before enrolling in the Chicago College of Physicians and Surgeons and obtaining her medical degree in 1901, at which point she was one of the first African-American women physicians in Illinois. Garnett practiced privately until 1914, when she and her husband opened the Evanston Sanitarium on the upper floors of their home, the first African-American medical center north of the Chicago Loop. I will now read the names of the students in the Garnett House. Kaho Adachi. Kavia Intera Ajur. Rita Atalor. Cecil Babul. Andrea Cespedes Sabla. Jennifer Dow. Aaron Grinnage. Lauren Harris. Angela Hussein. Lena Isa. Alexi Jabour. Courtney Ketchum. Hassan Khan. Saman Koshrang. Michaela Mullison. Jacob Oden. Alexander Hagen Palacios. Carson Potts. Jill Shaw. Elana Thomas. Alexandra Iko. David Wu. Dr. Charlie Inboraboon is an emergency medicine physician and is the physician house advisor for the Olga Jonas House, and he'll be bestowing the white coat on students in the Jonathan House with Dean Osta. Dr. Olga Johnson was born in Peoria, Illinois, the child of Swedish immigrants. She completed her medical degree at University of Illinois in 1958. When Jonathan decided to apply for a surgical residency, there were very few women practicing in this area. She completed residency in 1964, followed by 3 fellowships, one of which was at Massachusetts General Hospital in transplantation immunobiology. She joined the faculty of University of Illinois in 1967, where she developed the Division of Transplantation. We now welcome the students who are joining the Jonathan House to the stage. Jude Alusi. Shannon Burke. Sinead Campos. Trey Colbert. Duradowan. Gabriel Gibra Aleman. Idris Hanidu. I'm just making sure photos are taken of everyone. We good? We got to get another photo of Idris. Idris. Haley Hultquist. Ariane Kari. Divya Krishnakumar. Joel Mayo. Kelly Connell. Mariah Murray. Laura Navarro. Paul Nicholas Prin. Gayatri Siku. Brett Segoviano. Nicole Tana. Maina Walinsevich. Jennifer Wong. Runzi Zhang. Congratulations to all the students of Jonathan House. Dr. Leila Rothschild, an anesthesiologist, is the physician house advisor for the Arno Motulski House, and she bestowing the votes on the students in the Motulski House along with Dean. Arno Motulski was born in Germany to Jewish parents. He came to the United States in 1941 as a refugee from Nazi Germany after first being sent to an internment camp in Vichy, France. In 1944, he began medical school at the University of Illinois as a soldier private first class. In 1957, he established a division of medical genetics at the University of Washington. There he founded the field of pharmacogenetics. He mentored hundreds of fellows and students over 50 years, including 1985 Nobel Prize winner Dr. Joseph Goldstein. We now welcome the students from the Motulski House to the stage. Chrissy Adam. Rana Ahmad. Ahmed. Christy Zhang. Richard Chu. Miguel El Busto. Omar El Ganzouri. Quinn Harris. Paula Herbst. Nicole Singh Smith. Michelle Kamdad. Danny Casey. Ojas Kanokar. Lahari Kohli. Amber Lamberty. Jared Rubin. Giovanna Fonseca Senna. DeAnthony Wilkins. Albert Yen. Congratulations and welcome to the students in the Motulski House. Dr. Kelsey Avance is a faculty in both the departments of internal medicine and pediatrics and the physician house advisor for the Julius Richmond House. She will be bestowing the white coat on the students in the Richmond House along with Dean Osta. Dr. Julius Richmond's talent for diplomacy was exceptional and matched by genius for advancing public health. During his internship and residency at Cook County Hospital, he witnessed the profound impact of poverty on child health. His three crowning accomplishments in public health were the founding of the Head Start program, the Neighborhood Health Center movement, and landmark public policy declaration in 1979 entitled The Surgeon General's Report on Health Promotion and Disease Prevention. In 1977, President Carter appointed Richmond as the 12th Surgeon General of the United States and Assistant Secretary for Health. In 1979, Richmond issued the Smoking and Health Report to help advance life-saving public health change through tobacco control. We now welcome the students from the Richmond House to the stage. Eugene Ark. Amadou Babana El Alaoui. Deanna Bradley. Yosan Daher. Aman Hadgu. Kayla Hall. Sarah Izquierdo. Matthew Lamb. Bailey Montgomery. Mohammed Nizamuddin. Jessica Norman. Shashank Sandhu. Elena Sasso. Allison Soto. Harisuthan Suresh Kumar. Jason Way. Sissy Chow. Gregory Dzdanowski. Jingshen Zhang. Congratulations to the students in the Richmond House. Dr. Nicole Thompson, an anesthesiologist, is the physician house advisor for the David Sackett House, and she will be bestowing the white coats on the students in the Sackett House along with Dean Lynn. David Sackett is considered a founder of the discipline of evidence-based medicine. He was at the forefront of developing the medical education strategy of problem-based learning. After graduating from the University of Illinois College of Medicine in 1960, he became interested in how methods of epidemiology could be applied to health questions about the diagnosis, prognosis, etiology, and treatment of clinical problems. Dr. Sackett created a graduate program to teach clinicians how to do healthcare research. In 1993, he became the first chair of the Choka Collaboration Steering Group. We now welcome the students from Sackett House to the stage. Michael Adegoke. Sebastian Andrade. Nicholas Arambula. Isabella Cano. Deepa Dillon. Chijioki DK. Gabriela Gonzalez Perez. Ayla Ross. Edward Wong. Jibril Hussein. Sarah Madapinto. Hannah Maluak. Ryan Maynard. Julia Nashimben. Cameron Peterson. Sonakshi Raju. Tyler Sullivan. Catherine Walker. Julia Yu. Congratulations and welcome to the student in the Sackett House. Dr. Michael Charles, an internal medicine and pediatric faculty, is the physician house advisor for Rochelle Yaro's house. Dr. Charles and Dina Osta will bestow the white coats on the students from the Yaro's house. Rochelle Yaro immigrated to the United States from Russia as a teenager. In the U.S., she worked at a sweatshop before enrolling as the first woman to enter in the College of Physicians and Surgeons in Boston. Yaro spent the next 40 years on faculty at University of Illinois in women's health. She was a resident of Hull House, the famous social settlement that nurtured leaders in social welfare that you can visit here on this campus. She was a leader in the birth control movement, and she challenged the attitudes, policies, and practices that deny women access to birth control information and devices. She established the first birth control clinics throughout the city of Chicago. She was a dedicated campaigner for sex education for women. By 1930, Chicago had 8 birth control clinics throughout the city, more than any other American city. I now welcome the Yaro students to the stage. Bharati Chinakotla. Martin Naper Davis. Tyler Faith. Sebastian Flores. Jakara Hubbard. Allison Kafta. Simon Liu. Israel Makinde. Annie McFarland. Sarah Medina Aguirre. Christina Mittori. Jared Now. Junyun Park. Jaleel Perrin. Iman Sharifa. Mackenzie Smith. Adit Srivatsa. Kamis Suleiman. Caitlin Sung. Sydney Whalen. Jacqueline Williams. Isabella Zora. Congratulations and welcome to the students in the Yaro's house. Beautiful. So I want to make special mention of the students who were unable to join us in person today. They are watching on the live stream, and I will now read out their names and give them some applause. Cindy Chin. Brandon Cho. Brandon Chow. Mariah Diaz. Michael Griego. Brian Landry. Tim Pan. Ruwaida Saeed. Mariana Vakaki. Shausher Ju. So I'm actually, we can't clap enough, and I want to ask the students to stand up and turn to the face of the audience. Okay. Students, please be seated. With the profession, it's a long-standing tradition that we make a formal promise, an oath, upon assuming the physician's role. While you are not yet physicians, we know that through your dedication in the first part of medical school and all the way through, that you are obligated to respect principles and ideals. The oath taken today was constructed for this ceremony just a few months ago by members of the class of 2024 whose white coat ceremony was delayed due to the pandemic. They had already completed 2 years of medical school, had a lot of knowledge about what it takes to become an excellent physician, so we thank them. Dean Amanda Osta is the Assistant Dean for Advising and Career Planning. She's a professor of clinical pediatrics and internal medicine, and I will now ask her to come forward and administer the oath.
The University of Illinois College of Medicine now asks you, as you receive your white coat today, to pledge the following commitment to your peers, your instructors, your patients, and the profession. I urge you to think upon the meaning and significance of this oath as you join us in vowing to uphold its tenets. At this time, I ask that the students please stand and recite the white coat oath. We'll read this in unison together. I commit myself to the responsibilities of the medical profession while recognizing its challenges and privileges. I pledge to remain steadfast in my dedication to a lifetime learning, practicing, and advancing the art and science of medicine, even in times of change and hardship. I vow that my patient will always be my priority as I strive to promote their holistic well-being and quality of life through education, prevention, and care. I will serve my patients with empathy, compassion, and humility. I will appreciate each patient's narrative, protect their privacy, and respect their autonomy. I promise to care for myself so that I may best care for others. I will foster my mental, spiritual, and physical well-being. I pledge to respect interdisciplinarity and collaborate with other healthcare professionals to provide the highest standard of care. I will advocate for equitable and evidence-based healthcare. I will be cognizant of my bias and hold myself accountable to society for the trust placed in me. I promise to acknowledge historic injustices and strive to dismantle persistent disparities in our healthcare system. I aspire to have the courage to advocate for my patients and to seek to empower others to challenge existing inequities. I acknowledge my debt of gratitude to patients, colleagues, and mentors from whom I will learn. I am humbled by the opportunity to become a physician, appreciative of those who support me, and look forward to mentoring future generations. May this class hold fast to the ideals and passion with which we take this pledge. This oath I make freely upon my honor. Students, you may be seated. Thank you. Now I would like to proceed to another important part of our white coat ceremony, the family, faculty, and friends oath. We will be reciting the oath twice, once in English and once in Spanish. Associate Dean of Admissions, Dr. Trevon Thompson, will lead you in our family, faculty, and friends oath in English.
Alrighty. Just as we have asked our students to pledge their commitment, integrity, and respect to the profession of medicine, we now would like to provide their families, friends, and others here today to support them an opportunity to pledge their commitment to these students' success and their respect for the journey that they are beginning today. The road to becoming a doctor is not easy. The friends, family, and loved ones that are here today have helped these students get this far, and they will need continued support throughout the rest of medical school to ensure their success. And if I may go off script for just a moment to the friends and family and loved ones, you have understood the assignment today. The cheers, the love, the expressions, even the denying call signs that I've heard today have really showed that you worked to get your student here, and just know as we go through this oath that they will need your support to get through the next phase of this journey. Members of the audience, please rise if you are able and join me in the recitation of the family, faculty, and friends oath, which is projected on the screens. We will say the oath together. We solemnly swear to be a source of encouragement for the entering class of 2022 of the University of Illinois College of Medicine, recognizing that this will be a critical period in their professional formation. We will give them the respect and consideration that they will need as students of medicine. We will help them to carry out their studies with conscience and dignity. We acknowledge the sacrifices that will be required and pledge our support. As parents, family, friends, and teachers, we make these promises enthusiastically and without reservation. And students, hold them to it. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Leah Finkel, one of our Physician House advisors, to the stage to recite the family, friends, and the family, friends, and faculty oath in Spanish.
Awesome. Okay. Felicitaciones a todos. Vamos a recitar, we're going to recite la recitación de juramento de familia y facultad y amigos. Y lo podemos leer juntos. Solemnemente juramos ser un fuente de ánimo para la clase entrando del 2022 de la Escuela de Medicina de la Universidad de Illinois, reconociendo que este periodo será crítico para la formación profesional. Les demostraremos el respeto y la consideración que necesitan como estudiantes de medicina. Los ayudaremos a llevar a cabo sus estudios con conciencia y dignidad. Reconocemos los sacrificios que serán necesarios y le prometemos nuestro apoyo. Como padres, familia, amigos y profesores, hacemos estas promesas con entusiasmo y sin reservas.
Thank you, Dr. Finkel. I'm afraid this concludes our ceremony. It's been wonderful. Thank you again, each and every one of you, for joining us. We will not have a student recessional, but please do allow our platform party to recess before you find your student to congratulate them. I would very much like to thank the staff and the Office of Student Affairs for organizing this event. Special thanks. large over here, yes. Special thanks to Director of Student Affairs, Dave Walters. Senior Career Advisor, Tula Jopoulos. And OSA Lead, that's Office of Student Affairs Lead, Anna Rasinski, for leading the effort. I hope each and every member of the class will leave this auditorium with great pride in your accomplishments to date, as well as great aspirations for the future, and that those of you who love and support them will also leave here with pride, not only on their behalf, but also in recognition of all that you have done to help them on your journey. So good day and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all.